blues scene in Manchester. I'll give you a long answer, so brace yourself. So I moved up here 20 years ago. One of the first clubs I went to check music out was Matt & Fred's. It was a mind-blowing experience because I started like understanding the caliber of musicians that were living in this city and playing in this city. And one of the first, most inspiring musical encounters I had here was with a guitarist called Paolo Fuschi. Eventually we became good friends, and I'm very happy about that actually. So I remember he played kind of jazz, funk type of stuff. So he had like all these kind of beautiful licks on the guitar and grooves, but he also had like, he still has, he's well alive and well for sure. So Paul has this great blues sensitivity in his playing. So I once see him playing, and during the break I say, man, you know, I love your playing. I'm new in town and I just want, where's the blues situation happening? Because at that point I didn't experience much blues at that point. And he was like, well, that's a tough question. I don't know. You know, I think there's a blues jam in Sale and stuff like that. So long story short, it seemed like the blues scene in Manchester wasn't much of a blues scene. Then a few years passed by and I'm like trying to still figure out my place in this city and just trying to play with a bunch of people, finish my university degree. I find the courage of going to a blues jam happening at Matt & Fred's. So first time I went to the blues jam, there was a different house band and it was a total fail. I just, you know, because the amplifier I used, excuse my French, was shit, was really bad. So I had the worst tone ever, hence I played rubbish. And then it was okay, maybe this is it. They're like, maybe I'm not good enough for that. And then a few years later, house band changes and I know that Franny Eubank is now running the blues jam. And for the people that don't know Franny Eubank, I always compare him to Howlin' Wolf. So if you know who Howlin' Wolf is in the blues music history, Franny Eubank is the Howlin' Wolf of Manchester. The first time I saw him playing at Matt & Fred's again, it was like, gosh, you know, I'd love to play a guitar for this guy. I go to the jam session. Franny was the house band and his band, and Bo was there, Bo Lee, bass player. And so this time I was well prepared. Just you know, I'm gonna bring my own amp this time, you know, and then I'll show them. So yeah, I brought my own amp, plug in my telly and play the blues, and I was playing finally the way I wanted to play. Next week or so, Franny gives me a call and say, would you like to be in the house band? Definitely yes. So that was one of my first, you know, accolades I reached. So I started playing in Franny's blues house band, and then eventually we did a couple of festivals with him. In the meantime, started playing with Matt Walcliffe, who's a superb harmonica player. In the meantime, I did a few gigs with Kyla Brooks, as well as Adep. I personally consider myself now here in Manchester after 20 years having a role in this sense. Not like in a presumptuous way or like just but I believe that I've been playing the blues in this city for so long. People, they seem to recognize that, appreciate that. Majority of the students that get in touch with me, they just get in touch because they want to learn how to play the blues, because possibly they saw me playing live, and that's a beautiful thing. And that goes straight to another very important point, which is this music is a legacy, and you have the responsibility to pass the torch to other people, help them to discover it, and help them to fall in love with it. So in that sense, I'm proud of that, you know, super proud, and I feel, there you go, that's the word I was looking for. I feel like a vessel, you know, in that sense. So just the music comes to me, goes through me, goes out, and eventually, you know, just other people get it, and then hopefully it spreads around. And that's okay. It's not harmful. It's okay. It's beautiful.